So the classified paper 6 topic acid bases and salts questions. In this question, a student investigate volume of a dilute hydrochloric acid that would react with 25 cm cube of aqueous sodium carbonate. Like a burette was rinsed with water and then with distilled sulfuric acid. First, why we rinse with water? To remove any substances which might be there from the previous experiment. And then why we rinse with sulfuric acid? To remove the water. Like this burette, first we rinse with water to remove any trace of impurities from the, maybe it was used for another experiment. So we wash away those impurities. But still, when we wash with water, there will be some water left. So to remove the water, we add sulfuric acid, like we wash with sulfuric acid. Then the burette was filled with dilute sulfuric acid. No, because what we have to do, we have to fill the burette with an acid. In this experiment, we want to fill the burette with an acid. So first we wash with water to remove any trace of impurities. Then we wash with an acid so that it will have all the water will be removed. Yeah, we can use, if we are filling the burette with an acid, then alkali will by a pipette. It's other way around. So the burette was filled with sulfuric acid and some of a dilute sulfuric acid was run out. Why we run out the sulfuric acid? Because what might happen, this jet might have some air bubbles. So when we fill with acid, this might have air bubbles. So that's why we run some of the acid out so that all the air will be removed. Then 25 cm cube of sodium carbonate was poured into label apparatus label A. No, it won't affect the acid concentration because we rinse with sulfuric acid. So already sulfuric acid is there and we add more sulfuric acid. So it won't affect the concentration. We rinse with the same concentration of sulfuric acid. 25 cm cube of sodium carbonate was poured into apparatus label A. 5 drops of methyl orange were added. The apparatus was label A on a white tile. What is the reason to have a white tile or a white background? So we can see the background easily. We can observe the color change easily. Look, when we fill the burette, this is a burette. When we fill it with an acid, so this might contains, the jet of this burette might contain some air particles. So what we do, we open this. So when we open this, the liquid is forcing this air to go out. We don't add to any substance. We just force this liquid to go out so that all of the air will be removed. That's why we run out the acid from the burette. No, volume will change, but the total volume will be same because we can fill it again. We can fill to 0 mark. How much we run out, we can add from the top and the air will be removed from the jet. So name the apparatus label A. What we called apparatus A?
Conical flask.
Conical flask.
That is a conical flask. State one safety precaution we take when we are handling an acid.
Wear goggles.
And gloves.
So wear goggles and gloves. Why we have to look? The question is, basically, we want to know how much volume of acid is used. Otherwise, if there was air particles, when we open the tap, that will be the volume of the air will go out and the liquid will mix. So this will give us a wrong result. Why wrong result? Because this is a volume of acid plus air. So we just open, without this conical flask, we just open the tap to run out the acid so that all of the gas or the air which was there inside will escape. Only liquid will be there. And how much liquid is added to a conical flask, we can measure it accurately. Give a reason why the white tiles are used. What is the reason for using a white tiles? So we can easily see the color change.
To see color change.
Describe what should be done in the apparatus label A for a dilute sulfuric acid added to a conical flask. So what we normally do when we add an acid to this, the purpose of the conical flask, so we can easily shake the mixture or swirl the mixture. So what we do, we swirl the mixture or shake the conical flask so that the two substances mix with each other. So apparatus, this is conical flask. Safety precaution, use gloves, goggles. Reason for white, so observe the color change easily. What what we should do? We should swirl the mixture or shake the mixture, shake the flask or conical flask so that the two substances can easily mix with each other. Conical flasks are more convenient to shake the mixture rather than the beakers. State why the burette was rinsed with water and then with a dilute sulfuric acid at the start. So first, why we rinsed with water? What was the reason?
To remove any impurities from the previous experiment.
Good. And why we rinse with sulfuric acid? The next
To
one.
remove water
because-
particles.
So first one, why we rinse with water? To remove impurities from previous experiment. And why we rinse with dilute sulfuric acid? To remove water. Because when we rinse with water, maybe some trace of water are there. That is to remove, we use a sulfuric acid. Is it clear, this part?
Yes, sir, clear.
So this was the question from topic acids, alkalis, and salts.